Hello.
Welcome to Tender Talk, Volume 15, with special guest MoogiMoogins. Would you like to introduce yourself, Moogie?
Hi, I am Moogie. Um, Thank you for having me on your stream. I am a butterfly fairy VTuber. Um, I normally stream Super Mecha Champions, but lately I've been trying to stream Overwatch. Um, and unfortunately, I haven't had as many streams as I would like lately. Because I've been working stuff and life has been getting in the way. But we're trying to stream more frequently than we were before. And we're planning on having a stream after this. So because we're going anyways, so might as well cram two events in at once, right?
Right. What time are you doing that?
I was thinking of doing it like right afterwards, maybe like after like a short break because I'm old, and so we need our breaks.
Okay. So I had you on last season. I started with 3 questions. This time we're not going to be doing those 3 questions because you're returning. All the returning guests get the whole same format. All right. So the first question I gotta ask is, how's it been since?
Um, it's been good. We had a lot of really good streams. We did a lot of collabs. We had you on for one of our collabs, so it was a lot of fun. Uh, Lately we have been really busy with work and life, and we have not had much streams. The whole holidays kind of threw a cramp in our streams, and we kind of haven't recovered since. But we're trying to get back into things. Um, we're doing it. We're trying to do at least one stream a week right now, because you know, back when I started, like I was doing night shift and stuff. So like I only had one day a week that I was off. So we only had one day a week of streams. We're trying to get back to at least that, and then we're gonna try and pepper in a little bit of extra streams where we can. Yeah. So that's kind of where
Um,
we're at right now.
Alrighty. I gave a shout out to Pumpkin Pie Man in chat.
Hi, Pumpkin.
He is a retro, more like I would call it retro. He's doing a Nintendo 64 collection. Um, Once in a while he'll
Mhm.
diverge off that path, but it's fun to just go back in time with him and see all those games that were killer in the late '90s and uh, early 2000s.
Yeah,
Uh,
I
what
love watching. I love watching retro games.
when did the 64 die out? I want to say 2001.
I am awful with dates. I'm awful with dates. I don't I don't know when it died out, but I played my 64 long after whatever it was.
Oh, 03 was the last game. Okay, good
Mhm.
to know. Now, I only dated that off of when GameCube came out and that started to pop off.
Uh-huh.
Were you a GameCube enthusiast?
I was, yes, I guess. Although mostly with the GameCube, I feel like I played Animal Crossing. I think that was my big thing.
Oh,
Because
for
yeah.
sure.
My problem with the GameCube back then was like memory cards. That was my introduction to memory cards. And it felt like they had like 64 block memory cards, and that was like the biggest thing. If you remember blocks, because they used blocks instead of gigabytes back then.
Oh God.
It was awful, but like I remember Animal Crossing was like 34 blocks, and the system came with like a 32 gigabyte, a 32 block memory card, so you couldn't even play Animal Crossing without getting the expansion memory cards. And you can only have one save file per memory card. So like me and my brothers each had our own memory card that we would swap in and out.
I mean,
But,
that's
mhm.
fair. I mean, everybody gets their own.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask this also because this is the part two of the how it's been since. Um, um, I think this year, considering how streaming has been for a lot of people, do you find your channel to be in like a position where you're definitely seeing growth, or is it as like you're getting the community that you usually had, but it's like um I don't want to say like it's um how can I word this? Is your
Hmm.
community being more interactive as of this year, or is it just like slow grow? Or like, are you seeing the pop off that you'd like to see?
Um, it's interesting because to be honest, I feel like I don't stream often enough to have real growth.
Hmm.
It's mostly on me. I feel like that we're stagnating a little bit, but at the same time, like I've been doing a lot of collabs with other streamers and like just like bonding with people off stream. And that's actually like fed into the channel where like we're getting more opportunities lately to like just
Right.
uh like we've been uh so if I can name drop here,
Go ahead.
uh I've been getting invited to a fairly regularly, about once a week, to a Overwatch collab with Kisuke VT and KY Crypto.
Okay.
And they do like a weekly Overwatch community day, and they've been inviting me as a guest collab uh the last couple of weeks, and actually yesterday we did the collab with them for Overwatch. And so like on the one hand, like I feel like my streams have dropped viewership mostly because I don't have a schedule and like people
Hmm.
never know when I'm gonna be streaming. So I'm kind of like a guerrilla streamer right now.
Right.
Um, but like at the on the other hand, like I feel like my community has grown in size, even if my actual viewership has dropped. Because like I see all sorts of new faces all the time, and I see my regulars, and they come back, but like they don't always, they can't always stay for the whole stream. But like I see the same regular faces, and we're getting a lot of new people. So like honestly, like the numbers, if you look at the numbers, like the numbers aren't there. They're not as good as they were when I was like streaming SMC like every day. Because I feel like the SMC community is just like so large that they just come to people's streams regardless of like, what time. But like
Hmm.
it's like SMC is a small game, but like it's a dedicated community, and when you have a dedicated community and few streamers who actually stream the game, like I feel like you just get those regulars who just always view. But like since I branched off to other games, like my numbers have dropped a little bit, but like I'm definitely seeing a lot of new people and like a lot of like the regulars sticking around, and it feels good. And like honestly, like I just wish that like I had more time IRL to like devote to streaming, but like
Right.
we just gotta work things around the real life schedule and figure things out.
Roll with the punches.
Yeah.
The reason why I asked that question is because right around Christmas time. Now, I did our interview. I want to say it was October.
Hmm.
Um, right around Christmas time, I was streaming Animal Crossing, and
Hmm.
I've come to terms that it definitely is the game that you play that
Yeah.
that gets you growth, and I can't put myself to become a Fortnite streamer or a Minecraft streamer, and I
Yep.
just wanted, and I know you specialize in SMC, so that's why I had to ask the
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely feels like certain games that I play just get like a lot more traffic. Uh because I feel like people search the category,
right,
and especially with SMC there's only a handful of streamers who stream it regularly. So you kind of get like the same people kind of like popping off, and it's a community that has a high demand, but like um low served. I don't know how to properly like word it, but it's like there's few
This
people streaming, but a lot of people who want to see,
okay.
relative to the size of like the community. So like I feel like whenever you see someone streaming that game, like the people in the community, and I feel like it's part of the just the vibe of the community, and it's people who are the main streamers in it. They've just created this vibe where like they support everyone else. um like when you're streaming just like a random game, a lot of times you'll just like raid a friend or you'll raid someone you're interested in, but like the SMC community will often like target like other SMC streamers who are playing the same game. And I mean everyone does that, but like it's like really like part of the identity of like the SMC community is like just supporting the rest of the community. It's I feel like everyone in the community just wants SMC to be successful, because like the devs don't. The devs don't really care about us. So like we're doing our best to advertise and support the game and like get the word out there. And so like I feel like, there's like this bond in the community. We're like super mecha champions. Thank you for asking, Pumpkin. Uh, I, I might have mentioned it, but like maybe I didn't because like I forget to do those things sometimes. But it's Super Mecha Champions. It is I believe it is a Chinese game. Don't quote me on
Yeah,
that.
it is.
Yes, yes. Um, Unfortunately, the developers really only support the mobile game market, which it is not cross-platform with. But they make most of their money from the mobile game. And like the Steam version, which is what I play, is kind of like an afterthought. And especially the American community, the English-speaking community, is like an afterthought of the afterthought. So like,
I mean,
um, yeah.
mobile's a smart way to go about it, Moogie,
Yeah,
because you think about it as that the demographic that plays video games is like 40 to 13, like that would play that type of game, like a shooter slash I guess it's considered a battle royale even.
yeah.
Um, um, so you're aiming at that demographic. You're aiming at people who are in school. You're aiming at people who work. And
Mhm.
mobile just seems like the way to go about it because it's like you're gonna get your playtime in various hours from that demo.
Yeah. It is a third person battle royale, and I do think like the mobile market is like so huge, and they make so much money off of like mobile gacha. And to be honest, the game it's a free to play game, but it is based around gacha for like skins and stuff. So it is very heavily that market. And the people who are like most heavily invested in gacha games, let's be honest, it's the mobile gamers. Like the PC gamers do it sometimes for like things like Fortnite and like Genshin, but like it's really the mobile gamers who are like the ones who are like the culture of gacha. It's like mobile gaming, phones and gaming.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
All right. So the last follow up question, and we've already kind of like hinted at it, so we'll dive into it completely now. What's there to look forward to for MoogiMoogins going into the summer?
Well, I am currently part-time at my work job. So like a lot of times I work closing shifts, which means a lot of days during the week I have a half day,
Mhm.
which means I start work at like 3 p.m. So we're trying to bring back the return of morning streams,
Okay.
because like generally I wake up at like 9 a.m. regardless of what day of the week it is, because like for when I have my normal full day shift, like I go from 11 to 7. So like I normally wake up at like 9 p.m. 9 a.m. 9 a.m. just as like a default. So like I'm awake anyways, just wasting my time waiting for my shift to start. So like I thought, we used to do morning streams and squeeze in a couple hours, 4 hours morning streams before like I got ready for work. And since I live so close to work, I live like 5-10 minutes away, depending on traffic, and so like I can like kind of push the envelope a little bit and give myself like half an hour to get to work.
Hmm.
So like as long as like I'm ready, like we have that whole free time of like unused time for streams, and we used to get a lot of morning streams, and it was very successful because like a lot of my viewers are in the European demographic,
Right.
and like that's like right in the prime time for them, like the morning streams.
Right, right.
So
So it would be like 2, 3 afternoon,
yeah.
um, when you're going.
So we're
Understandable.
trying to bring those back. Yeah. So that's the plan, is to bring back
Right.
the morning streams. So
All right. So we're gonna see Moogie in the morning in the next couple months.
yeah, I'm excited
Um,
about them.
let's do top of the hour current events. Last night was the Streamer Awards. Did you catch any?
Um, I did not, because I was doing my collab last night I
Right.
was doing my Overwatch collab, so I did not catch them, unfortunately.
So Iron Mouse won VTuber of the year.
Let's go, Iron Mouse. I mean,
Uh,
I feel like we kind of expected that. She's so huge and everyone loves
r-
her.
right. I was actually pulling for Shy Lily.
Shyly, yeah.
I've been open about it.
I love Shy Lily.
I wanted to say to go figure that Kai Cenat wins the Streamer of the Year.
Hmm.
And he literally just got banned like a couple weeks ago.
Oh no. Twitch, what are you doing?
Well, the Streamer Awards I don't know is presented by Twitch. I think it's just streamers in general, YouTube
Hmm.
and Twitch. So I'm not sure
Yeah.
what basis that goes off of. But I said
Hmm.
go figure that he's the one that wins, and he
Right,
literally
go
just got
figure.
banned for for eating edibles and passing out on stream.
Oh no. I
um,
mean, I can't do that, but like it's like it's funny considering like Twitch in general.
but besides for the
Hmm.
categories you were might have been interested, it wasn't like a big miss. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
literally fast forwarded through most of it. I
Hmm.
watched it because there's
Yeah.
just a lot of stuff I didn't care about. um,
Yeah, I voted for most of my like favorite streamers, but they're like small people. Like I voted for like Savvy for like Elden Ring stream.
right, right. I voted for Savvy for best Souls player and V
Yeah,
because I love Savvy.
I love
Um,
Savvy, and that's all she plays. She's like loves it.
she was just playing Wo Long, and I quit that game cold turkey and ate
Yeah.
and ate the cold turkey. That game is so hard.
It looks so fun, but like I'm also really bad at Souls games, and I hear like horror stories about
that
like
that game is much
that
harder than Elden
on
Ring
PC.
or Bloodborne, in my opinion. I'd put it up there
Yeah.
with Sekiro, maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of people streaming, but whoever I was streaming watching last, I forget who, um was saying don't get it on PC because it crashes a lot.
Oh, okay.
It's not optimized for PC yet.
I
There might have been a patch, but like yeah.
um Another current event top of the hour question currently right now is the Academy Awards. It's airing right now.
Hmm.
Um, is there any movies that you saw last year that you really liked and you would like to talk about?
Last year. So to be honest, um, I am very bad at like new media. So like I lose track of like what's from this year and what's from like 3 years ago. uh,
Okay. It doesn't matter really when it came
yeah.
out, but what was the movie that you watched in 2022
Um,
till like at least now that you're like, yeah, that was really good.
Honestly, it was probably a Marvel movie. Because I feel like the ones that like I've like really got on my way to watch, um, in theaters specifically are like I tend to go for like the Marvel movies, like the ones that I'm already invested in as like a movie. And action movies you want to go to theaters, yeah?
Right,
Like you
right.
don't necessarily see a romance movie in theaters. Like you can, but like that's a date night thing. It's not like you want to go by yourself or with your family because like it doesn't like I feel like romantic comedies or whatever is like you can watch that just as easily at home. Like it's not something that the big screen does like favors for. Like but like the action movies, like you want to watch like the explosions and like the sceneries. Oh, Oh, I just remembered. I watched Avatar. I was just thinking, because I was thinking, you want movies that like do justice on like the big screen and like that you can't get the same experience at home.
Hmm.
And Avatar is one of those movies that's like it's just not this like it's fun, but like it's not the same, at home as it is like on
Right.
the big screen. Like so like when I go to movie theaters, like I want to go to the ones that are like specifically, you're getting the bang for your buck.
Right, right. I agree. And the whole giant soda and popcorn thing really draws me there.
Yeah, well,
I
it's
I, I
funny.
will I will go see a movie that I don't really care for the fact that I'm getting a, giant popcorn.
Yeah, the big popcorn. Yeah, I always get I always get a big cherry Coke and
Yeah,
popcorn.
but pumpkin pie man, who has a big screen at home? I I have like I think it's a 53-inch, I'm not sure, and I don't even turn it on. It's just my bedroom.
I have regular sized big screen, but not like big screen. It's not the
I I
same.
I mainly watch all my content out of house. Now that I think about it, at home it's
Mm,
just all streaming stuff. But like when it comes to like TV shows and movies, you get a 65. That's what you
mm-hmm.
play on.
Oh,
Yowzer, you could
I
probably
have a laptop.
you you can you can see so much on a 65. I feel.
Hmm.
I actually played Assassin's Creed Valhalla on a 65,
Mm,
and it was quite the experience. It's a really big screen. Like,
yeah.
I'm seeing everything.
Yeah, I
Um,
always play close up because like I am blind. Uh I I wear glasses, so like if I have trouble seeing when things are far away. So like I'm like inches from my screen, which makes it hard to stream sometimes because like I'm too close to the webcam. But like yeah. So I always
uh,
stream in like small screens.
now, since it's still fresh, it's only been a couple weeks. We're
Mhm.
both from Pennsylvania. The Eagles were in the Super Bowl, and I know you were pulling for.
I was so sad.
um, I didn't even watch the Super Bowl. I don't think I think I
Mhm.
streamed that night,
I
and
was
I didn't
so
even catch it.
nervous. I couldn't. So when I watch sporting events, I'm like really big in sports.
Hmm.
When it's like a big sporting, when it's like a small sporting event, I can just kind of chill and like get the popcorn out and like the appetizers and the snacks and stuff. But like when it's a big event, like I don't sit. I don't sit. I don't sit. I get too nervous. I'm like standing the whole time. I'm that person who's like pacing the room. It was not a fun night.
Hey, at least they didn't burn down the city this time.
Yeah. I mean, the first half was fun, but like it was, yeah.
It seemed too fake for me.
Mm.
After rewatching like clips of it, um,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the whole Andy Reid story of how he used to coach the Eagles, now he's playing the Eagles in the Super Bowl, and Mahomes goes out injured and he comes back in and wins it. I was
Yeah.
like, this is kind of like a movie more than a
It's like they
sporting
made a,
event.
it's like someone wrote it.
Right, right. I didn't really care for like the
Mm-hmm.
way it played out. It just seemed a little too fishy to me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna comment. I'm not gonna make a two. too big a comment on this because like the team had many opportunities to win the game before this, but like the way the refs just like made that awful call at the very end that robbed them from a chance for a comeback, that was that was upsetting.
Right.
Yeah, I wanted them to at
Um,
least get one more drive.
I really haven't been paying attention to any sports over the past like
hmm
couple months, but basketball is probably one of them I pay attention to
Yeah.
here and there because I used to play, but
hmm
those days are long and gone.
I I am sadly a hockey fan.
It's okay.
So well, it's not in Philadelphia.
Well, we we
We
we
are long suffering.
we have a Canadian in chat, but I don't think he's really a super
hmm
big hockey guy either. I mean, he's probably gone and seen some, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Canada standard for like what the average hockey viewing should be.
A what? Yeah. So my grandma was Canadian and she actually worked at a hockey rink. So
Oh,
like
really?
I kind of got my love of hockey from my grandma. And then unfortunately I moved out to Pennsylvania and I became a Philadelphia Flyers fan. And then everything kind of went downhill from there. The peak was like when I became a fan like 10 years ago. And ever since then it's been downhill. Just
I
steadily getting worse.
I root for Toronto.
Hmm.
Um,
Toronto is
it,
fun.
um, I just like I mean, I can't name one player on the team, but I just like the whole blue and white scheme,
Yes,
considering that the country's colors are red and white, and I'm like,
they do have
oh,
very comfy jerseys.
right. It's like this is very ass backwards, but I'll take it.
Yeah. It is
Um,
I was the first name that comes to mind when I was thinking Leafs was Phil Kessel, but I know he's not on the team anymore. So
no,
I am out of date.
the team's full of a bunch of young guys, from what I was reading.
Yeah. hmm
Oh, um, we'll we'll jump topics here really quick because I want to work my way down because we're always gonna sidetrack off. Um, I think think I'm gonna get a new model this year.
Oh, new tender.
Um, yeah, well, I just want to get wigs and clothes that I could toggle,
Yeah.
and I'm fine with not like less expression because I have
hmm
4 expressions right now, and they're not rigged either.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the point of using them that much? Um, so I think I want to get hair and clothing toggles for the next one.
hmm
So I don't have to PNG everything. Um, Now I know you said that you were working towards doing the same. Like, what's the updates on that, and
So,
what can you
yeah.
tell us?
So there's a it's a bit of it's been a mixed adventure into the world of uh ghosted commissions. So, we have had a mixed bag. So for the last couple months our artist has been radio silent, I guess is the most
Oh,
polite way to make it. They
I see.
came, yeah, they came back in like January and said that they had some issues they were working with in real life, and to have some patience with them, and so we did. But last week they came back to us with an outfit update. So they have made a sketch of our outfit that they're planning on using. And so we think the process is still ongoing. Hopefully, we're crossing our fingers. It has been an interesting journey. But instead of so the models are kind of we have a couple models in the air, but they're all kind of it's the same kind of um unsure. Uh, so instead of that, we've been trying to get smaller commissions, kind of get some
Right.
art out there.
Right.
So you might have seen on my Twitter, I've been uh posting Kajaki's art,
Okay.
and she has been doing a lot of chibi model commissions. Not chibi model, chibi art. Just like chibi little chibis. And that's the PNG that I gave you for the preview screen.
Right.
The little chibi with the boba is a Kajaki art. So we're trying. So she charges I forget how much, but like we generally give some couple tips, and then we bought some commercial rights for them, so it's a little bit more expensive. But like, she makes they're very very cheap as far as artists go. Um, but for it's so cute, and like she has a really quick turnaround on them. Yes, that's the one we've been talking about. She has a really
Right.
quick turnaround. Uh, Now we missed the latest uh the latest commission slots. The next commission slot is theoretically April 1st is what she's advertising. Now I don't know if that's an April Fool's joke or not, but we're looking forward to it. And so I missed. It was actually the most recent commissions opening was today while I was at work, and I couldn't get in on it. But we have two chibis from her right now, and I use them as my Fuji for Discord calls. Um, One is the Boba baby,
Mm-hmm.
and the other one is a pause baby. Um, and I could send you I could send you the pause baby real quick, but it's very cute. Um, it's uh a little chibi, of course, with like a little hoodie, and she has yeah. So I'm sending the link now. I'm bad at describing things. She has the little hoodie, and she has the paws and the tail, and she's like pouncing. Right. So I sent it.
Fine.
Um,
I got it.
it's very cute. Yes. But yeah. So she also does a stabby babies, which we have not been able to get in on the slots yet because they sell out like as soon as they as soon as she releases them. So, but we are
Okay.
very excited. She even accommodated our wings, so we're happy about how
I
it's so cute.
I changed the layout a little bit because I wanted the streamer a little bigger.
Mm.
Before it was more about the set. Now it's more about the streamer.
Yeah.
And it's something that I'm okay with doing. It's
Hmm.
still a lot of learning process here. I want to make sure you're out. We're gonna just have to do it like this. Um, this talk show is actually I'm 15 strong, and I'm
Hmm.
aiming for 40 by the end
Let's
of the
go.
year. I I don't know if it's doable at this point, but if we stop at 30, we stop at 30.
We're
But
cheering you on.
um, yeah, I mean, I started in I want to say the early September, and I'm
Hmm.
like, you know what, I'm gonna make a talk show with this alien. It happened, and I've met a lot of awesome people. I got to
Yeah.
talk to a lot of awesome people. You're definitely somebody that like you and I want to say a Machi Sky. I'll shout
Hmm.
him out. Used to were my longest streams last year. For this, and
I'm a rambler.
no, it's just that the topics were just flowing, and we had a lot of things
Hmm.
going for us. Um, so I tended to make a format for those who don't want to go to and
Yeah.
we're gonna start with that with a little bit of this and that.
Okay.
Um, yeah, there we go. Shout out work. Um, so for this and that, it's just simple. Like I'm gonna name some stuff, and you just pick out what's the better one. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So for the topic of chicken wings.
Oh, I love chicken wings.
All right. Are you
I
more
had
of a
chicken wings last night.
you had them last night?
Yes.
Uh, so this is very relevant. um. So on the topic of chicken wings, are you more of a spicy or are you a barbecue?
I tend to lean towards spicy, but I'm a little bit unconventional. I like spicy sweet. So like I like the odd flavors.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So like a citrusy or
So like an um
mango
without with being
jalapeno?
as being as unclear as possible, like Asian zing kind of
Oh,
flavor,
okay.
like
Okay. So that would be like a spicy soury.
spicy sweetened. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I got you. That's a popular favorite around my area.
Hmm.
They call it sweet and sassy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do like the regular buffalo too, like buffalo or buffalo garlic is like my go-to default.
I work around chicken a lot. So it's the thing that I see every day. Well, not every day, 3 times a week. Um, I will say also, um, I haven't had like good wings in a while, so I'm looking forward to my next time. All right. Um, so chicken wing. So we started with wings because I wanted to start with food because I'm always thinking about food. Are you a light color dresser or a dark color dresser? What appeals more?
And like you mean like clothes in like real
Yep.
life?
Yep.
Um I tend to wear mostly light unless it's black. So like my wardrobe is very varied. It's mostly on the lighter side, except like I have a lot of like blacks and brown shirts that I stole from my brother. So but yeah. I do have a lot of like orange in my wardrobe. Uh because like I mentioned earlier, I'm a Flyers fan. So
Okay.
their main colors are orange and black. So like I have a lot of sports shirts. Shirt
Very
sleeves.
very Halloweeny.
Yes, I love Halloween. I actually have a pumpkin shirt that I only wear on Halloween, but
uh,
I always lose it before Halloween.
where's my damn pumpkin shirt? Um,
It's a sad event every year. Just like I find it and then lose it before.
Halloween's my favorite holiday. I really like the horror aesthetic. I just like
Hmm.
scary shit. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little messed up, but like people are like, "Oh, Christmas is the best. Christmas movies are the best." And I'm like, I don't know.
Mm.
I really like scary shit. So I
Yeah,
I'm always on that side of the fence.
I
I'll defend
mm,
horrible, shitty horror movies.
yeah.
I'll die in that hell.
I I agree. I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. Now, I am actually really weak to horror. Like I like the Halloween aesthetic, and I love the trick or treating because I like giving candy out to people and seeing like the little cute little costumes. But the actual horror movies, like I'm really weak to horror. Now, I will add a little asterisk. Like, I love horror with like a group. Like, like haunted house with friends, or like watching a
Right.
movie with friends, or playing a video game on stream. Like, I love cooperative horror. Because, like, to me, I don't like being scared. But when you're
Alone.
scared in a group, yes, yes. When you're scared in a group, you get scared, but then then it's funny. You laugh and you have a good time. And like I feel like when you're by yourself, like you watch the horror movie and then turn it off, and then you're by yourself in the dark, and it's not as much fun then. But when you're with a group, it's like, you have a good time and you laugh and you get scared a little bit, and then, you have it you bond. It's just I like horror as like a social event, but not so much horror by itself. Yeah.
So, I just had to check because I was interested. On the topic of horror, they moved The Last of Us finale to tomorrow
Hmm.
Oscars. And I was
Yeah.
wondering if it was on tonight, considering, and it's also at an earlier time.
Hmm.
I wonder if it's gonna be a long episode. Have you been watching it?
I have to shamefully admit I have not watched or played Last of Us. It's one of the things like I keep meaning to do, but like I just have not gotten around to making time to.
Right.
So I know like the vague premise of the story, and I know the characters because like people talk on Twitter and stuff, and I see all the little clips and stuff, and but like I have not actually watched it myself.
It's very it's the only video game adaptation that I've seen is fixed to the game.
Hmm.
So I really appreciate that. The little changes that they do are worth it. Like
Yeah.
they do diverge a little bit, but they're worth it. Like all the diverging is like, yeah, this was fine. I'll take this.
Yeah.
Which is like, you don't get to see that often with adaptations.
It's nice when you get a director that gets it.
Um, so we're gonna continue with this and that, or this or that. Sorry.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
Now you said that you liked Halloween. Are you more? What's your season? You like summer? You like winter?
My favorite season. Um, Now there's differences because like I like the weather of the summer, but
Hmm.
like my favorite season is probably fall because I like the holidays.
Right.
So like I like the beginning of fall because like that's like the beginning of fall and like the end of spring is like my ideal weather. Because like I like the warm but kind of cold, but not like actually like cold where you have to wear a coat, but not like hot where like you have to like sweat all the time. Like I like
Right.
the in between temps of like fall and spring. But like
You're
yes.
you're a part of a very big demo. A lot of people just they can't take the overbearing heat. Some people live in
Hmm.
overbearing heat, and then there's the exact opposite where people live in the Arctic cold, and it's always cold.
Yeah.
Um, for me,
Yeah, I work outside, so like I don't like the extremes.
right. Me personally, as of late, especially with how everything is so expensive, I
Hmm.
prefer the summer over the winter because the winter bills wise, it's
Yes.
unbearably expensive.
Hmm.
So I mean I like the winter. I just don't like what comes with it.
Yeah.
What comes with winter is Christmas expensive,
Hmm.
bills expensive, um, car maintenance, for travel
Yeah, yeah.
because like yeah, I don't know if you live somewhere where you actually need snow tires. I don't. I would never get snow tires.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
that's it. That's a trip to the garage.
I live in Pennsylvania right now,
All right.
Near Philadelphia. So like we used to get snow, and I like snow. I like snow because I think it's very pretty. But unfortunately, the weather we've had like this year and like the past couple of years is like we don't get snow. We get like ice rain, which is like the worst weather. It's like I hate it worse than snow because like you get like ice patches on the roads, and like you also like it's like you get like wet and then you get
Right.
frozen. And so like snow is like dry. Like when you get snowed on, it's just like it's dry until you go inside, but you can just like brush it off first. But like when you get rained on by ice rain, you get soaked, and then you get just chilled, and it's the worst. And I work outside, I mentioned, like, and it's just like I worked outside in so many rainstorms in like December and in like January, and even this past month, it was like we had like in between ice snow, rain, but it wasn't snow, it was like hail rain, and it's awful. I'm ready for it to be over.
I am too. Especially with like the fact that I don't go outside at all,
Hmm.
so I'm not really enjoying the scene,
Yes.
especially even at my age. Um, I just turned 85 in February,
Hmm.
alien year.
Happy alien year's birthday.
um, all right, so continuing for this and that, we got about three more.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, are you more of a PlayStation fan back in the day, or were you more of a Nintendo fan back in the day?
So I started out with my first game system was Nintendo. I had the Nintendo Game Boy Color, and then I got the Nintendo 64. My first, I guess you could call it, um, really good game station was the PlayStation 2. And now,
Okay.
back then, like, not that Nintendo 64 wasn't good, but like the PlayStation 2 was just like a huge step up in terms of like gameplay and graphics wise from like what came before. And now modern games, I feel like you kind of don't really get that experience because like now the AAA titles, like the graphics are really good, but like you have we've hit kind of a plateau of graphics. And now the graphics do get better, but like they've kind of hit a range where like you're kind of picking needles between realism and like frames per second, how much they can cram on the screen. But
Mm.
like the back in the day, the jump between like the 64 uh faces on a Nintendo model to like the models that you got in like uh PlayStation 2 was like a huge jump. Like you went from the characters who were like if you look at James Bond's because I was watching Olivia Munro and she was playing
Mm.
the GoldenEye
Right.
the last week. If you look at the models from like GoldenEye, and that was like solid graphics for the time. Uh and you like compare it to like my voice is going a little bit. If you compare it to like Tony Hawk Pro Skater from like PlayStation 2, like it's like the graphics jump is huge. And it just was like the gameplay. I was Nintendo was no was PlayStation first controller with two joysticks or one of the first.
All right. So
Uh,
PlayStation 1 introduced the sticks,
yes,
and then 2, it was fully with sticks. Um,
yeah. Place
place,
I know
place,
PlayStation 2 had two sticks.
um,
And
so-
that was a huge jump in gameplay. Oh, maybe PS1 had it. I didn't have a PS1, so I kind of missed that gen. Uh,
when the DualShock came out, a lot of people didn't even know how to use
mhm.
it. So they were like, "What are these for?" And now it's the go-to
The
that you have.
standard is the two
Yeah.
joysticks. Yeah, but like that was a huge like jump in just like gameplay. And I really so like I don't know. To be honest, I kind of dropped PlayStation after PlayStation 2. Like that was my last PlayStation. So I can't really say I was a PlayStation fan girl, but like no, I bought almost all the Nintendo systems except Wii U. So like I guess I'm a Nintendo girl, but like PlayStation 2 was like my gaming experience when I was younger because like that was what was like the biggest jump forward for me. I
Right. Right.
feel, yeah.
Um,
And then
I
I was an
mean,
Xbox girl. So
I'm gonna agree with you. I think the PS2, and even if you look at like the sales, what dominated. PS2 kind of killed it.
Mhm.
Um, Current culture, the Switch owned the pandemic.
Mhm.
Sales for the Switch owned the pandemic.
And I love the Switch.
You couldn't get a Switch anywhere when the time came. Like, but I don't know. I'm gonna agree with you though. PS2 be solid.
I forget the original question, but I hope
No, it was
I hope the
PS2.
answer was somewhere in there.
It was PlayStation versus Nintendo.
Yes.
What side of the fence are you on?
Mhm. I'm definitely a
Um,
Nintendo girl now, though, because like I was waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 to come out
mhm.
before buying a new PlayStation, and it never came out. So I never bought a new PlayStation.
Then when it came out, people were like, "Ah, it's way too late," and they hated it. I didn't hate Kingdom Hearts 3. I just thought there's not a lot of Disney involved. First
Mhm.
off, because the Disney that is involved, they don't use Disney villains. The only Disney villain that you fight is Davy Jones.
Yeah.
So other than that, you don't get a lot of Disney villain stuff. They're in there. They just don't do a lot of work, and they cut the Final Fantasy aspect out of it completely. Um, so it was a bit of a letdown.
Yeah, I was really looking forward for the 3. I never actually got it, but like because I didn't want to invest in a PlayStation 5 at that point. But I do mean to eventually play them. I feel heard that they're making the bundles again. So,
Yeah, they have one and
yeah.
two together, and then
Mm,
they have these sub games in another bundle.
yeah. My issue is like all those sub games. I don't want to play through all of them to understand the plot of 3.
Uh,
So, I
so
hear there's a video that you can watch though. But
right, you would definitely have to play sub games to understand three, because
yeah.
what all goes down is tied to Birth by Sleep more than two. So it's like,
Mhm.
wow. Um, I also I'm gonna say it. I'm ready for Kingdom Hearts 4. A lot of people don't think it's gonna be a good game. I think it's gonna be a good game. I think that they made themselves a big mess and they cleaned it up with three, and now they're gonna move on to something better, and that's what I'm looking.
I want Star Wars World.
Star Wars World.
I want them to go to Star
Oh,
Wars.
okay, okay. So from what I'm understanding, that's a possibility that that could happen, like a lightsaber keyblade.
Mhm.
Um, but from what I'm understanding is that this one is going to be very less Disney and more Final Fantasy.
Mm,
So maybe we might not get that. So I don't know.
okay.
I'm not going to spread the rumors on stuff that I don't know, but that's my assumption.
Yeah, we'll see.
Um, so or this or that. Got all right. So this is an interesting one. Um, so now that we live this adult life that we live, um, we always gotta pick, like, we got this one or two vacations a year we could take with whatever job we do.
Mhm.
Um, are you a person that rather vacation for friends or for enjoy?
Like with friends or with like
No, like
myself?
say like if I take a vacation, I'm just gonna go to Texas to go see a friend.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna go to Disney. I'm not gonna go to Vegas or something like that. So,
Yeah.
what would you use your vacation?
So now most of my vacations are family vacations. Like, I'll go down to like the shore and rent out like a condo type thing, or
Okay,
like um, what do you call them? B&Bs, whatever. Um,
Airbnbs.
yes, which are not always the best, but sometimes they're nice. But go to the shore and like spend time with family because like most of the time when I am going on vacation, I want to kind of just relax. I don't want to do anything super crazy, like I'm not like a go to the casino and try my luck. I'm like open up the window at the beach at the hotel room and log into my computer. I like the ocean breeze and the sounds and the sights, and I like to go out to lunch and I like to hang on the beach a little bit. But like, I'm not a huge like activities person. Like, I'll go like canoeing or whatever, or like I'm not a big fisher person, but my brother will fish and I'll like ride on the boat. But like I like activities where like you kind of like relaxing, not like having like a lot of activity,
Hmm.
which is
Would you
probably
go on?
because like yeah. Mhm.
Would you go on a whale watch?
I would love to go on a whale watch. I've never gone on one before, but like I go on like haunted tours all the time.
Hmm.
Where we like tour like a city and like they show us like the haunted sites, and I feel like
Okay.
very similar to like a whale watching thing where like they're gonna like show you around places, and like the goal is like you kind of want to see something. You don't always see something, but like you want to see something, and hopefully
Right.
you do. Um, and but the main thing is like to vibe and chill and have fun and enjoy like what you're seeing, and like the tour guides I feel like make the big part of it more interesting. Like they'll like give you descriptions of the area, and like they're like whatever. Like I've never been on a whale tour before, so like I don't know what exactly they do, but like I'm guessing like they're like, look at this cove, look at this little, I don't know, whatever. But like I love going on like little tour things and like seeing like the cities and stuff and like the towns, and for like um for like ghost tours and stuff and hearing about the history. So like I feel like I would love like whale watching too, because like I love the sea, and I love like the like the whole like smells and sounds and stuff. So like
Right.
I feel
Right.
like just like that would be fun, just to go on.
The whole objective of a whale watch is like you're usually not going to see the gigantic one, but maybe you
Mm-hmm.
might. Maybe you might.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like if I see something that's like almost the size of a football field, like an 8 yard giant floating thing under the water,
Mm-hmm.
I think I would be completely blown away. I'm like, what is that? Like,
Yeah.
can I ride it? Can I take it home? um,
Yeah, like I go to Jersey Shore and we see dolphins a lot, and like that's good enough. I like seeing dolphins; they're fun.
so so
So,
you mainly so you mainly do family vacation.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's fair. I um I put it in the tweet that we were gonna talk about the meeting of family, because I had some jokes along with them. So do you consider yourself a big family person, or are you just more the nuclear, only stick to your brother, mother, father, whatever?
um, I am mostly a nuclear. My throat is like going, so so pardon my my voice, but like
Okay.
I'm mostly a uh I guess nuclear family person. Like I do currently live at home with my family. I had to move back due to the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
So I am very close to my family, and I'm very thankful for all the support that they give. Um, but like I at the same time I also don't have a lot of IRL friends. So like my brothers are like my closest friends. And
Mm.
like I'll watch a lot of shows with them and hang out with them. So like um I really do value that. At the same time, like the rest of my family, the extended relatives, mostly live in other states. So like I don't see them that often.
Right.
Yeah. So
I, I
yes.
I don't share that same thing.
Mhm.
Um, I'm not very big on family. I
Mhm.
The whole expression that blood is thicker than water. I'm in the I've seen some water with fat in it. This
Mhm.
water's
Yeah.
pretty thick over here. um, so
Mhm.
I just have my mom. I do have a brother, but like we don't communicate often. He has a
Yeah.
son. His son's the only reason why I'm in part of his life at all, or and stuff like
Mhm.
that. And as
I
for cousins and stuff like that, no talking to them at all. They don't
yeah,
check it. They don't check in on me.
I feel
So,
that because like my brother is he has a son now. And so like he is like moved out of state, up north, like really far. And like we don't talk anymore. He has like his own life. Like I get it. Like, your kids take up so much of your time. But like yeah.
um, so it is a big fear of mine, and I'll never run into this position because I don't go out. But I would like hate to go to a bar or go out to eat stuff like that and run into somebody, right?
Hmm.
And I'm like, oh, this person's really nice, really interesting. Let me talk to them for a little bit. And turns out they're related to me. And I'm like,
Hmm.
oh, this could have been really bad, really gross, really quick.
Yeah.
I'm
I've
that this I'm that disconnected to my family that I don't know what most of them even like at this
hmm.
age. And it's it's a fear of mine to ever run into a situation like that.
Yeah.
Thankfully I don't go outside, but like I wouldn't want to have it like a Joe Dirt situation.
Hmm.
So I'm very disconnected family wise. Vin Diesel would be very sad with
Mm. I do feel though, like I do really strongly believe in like the Vin Diesel family is like the Vin Diesel family is like found family. Like you choose your family, and it's like your friends are your family. So like I
right.
do feel like strongly like if family is what you make it, what you make of it, and like I have. I'm lucky that like I've met so many people through VTubing and like through online gaming, and I have a lot of friends that I really value, and I consider them family. Now whether they consider me as family, I don't know. Parasocial, but like uh, family is what you make of it. Yeah.
I totally agree. I said this to my mom and I've said this to other friends, that I talk to people more on here than I do anywhere else. Like
Hmm.
none of my friends really like message a lot. Um, like I have one friend that I Snapchat once in a while, but I literally will see usernames more than actual friends,
Yeah,
and it's been this way for quite a while. And
I feel that. Yeah.
I don't see it changing anytime soon, so I really appreciate anybody who ever stops by and talks to me,
Hmm.
stuff like that. Because it's like I'm not the type that go out and hang out with people anymore.
Yeah.
And also I'm also not the type to start new friendships with like IRL types.
Hmm.
So this is
I understand completely. I am very similar. I'm very bad at reaching out. I'm not the normally the first person to reach out. Uh Normally people say hi to me first, and I don't really I've been very bad at keeping in contact with people. So like not that I don't want to, because like I really care about people, and like I love chatting with people, but like I just am so bad at like reaching out first to people. So like people who say stop by and say hi or like message me, like I really appreciate, because like sometimes I just forget to say hello, and it doesn't mean I'm not like thinking about them, but like I just get distracted.
it's okay. Um, the last question I had for this or that, and this one's like a bit more adult, or
Mhm,
like oriented. I guess that's the word I'm supposed. I
mhm.
guess it is. Um, which for like which would you rather? Well, what's the one that you think that is going to be better for you? We both have to go to both of these. Which one are you more comfortable with, the doctor or the dentist?
Um, well, um, that is an interesting question because, like, um, I feel like the dentist, because, like, I'm not a huge fan of my doctor right now. He's their family doctor that the family goes to. So like, and he's my insurance is taken by them. But
Hmm.
like, I don't know. The dentist, I feel like I've always had good teeth. I've always had good teeth, and when I go to the dentist, though, he's like, "Oh, your teeth are so nice. You take so good care of them," and then it's like done, and it's like I don't have to see them for like half a year. Whereas
Right.
like the doctor is like, they're always like finding finding things wrong with me, and they're like, um,
No, not more things I have to pay for.
yeah. I don't know. And like I don't know, I am very bad at keeping my appointments with my doctor, so like I don't know, I avoid them a bit. Um but yeah. So I would say I like dentist more? I don't
Okay.
know. Yeah.
I actually agree with you, but I'm on a different side of the spectrum. I actually haven't seen a doctor for anything other than I had the flu in early December, which ended up
Hmm.
ruining my Christmas because I ended up having missing
Yeah, that's awful.
I missed 3 days of work because of this flu kicked my
Hmm.
ass. Um, and I didn't even want to go see this doctor. I took 2 days off because I was sick, and I showed up, and they're like, "You need to go get tested."
Yeah.
So I went to the doctors and got tested immediately because I wasn't gonna go buy an at-home test,
Hmm.
and like I rather the doctor give me a note saying, "Hey, I'm actually sick,"
Yeah. I had the
to
flu
give,
twice this winter, so I understand.
yeah, to give to my employer.
Hmm.
And I don't know what could be wrong with me because I don't actually go and check. All I know is I have a poor diet and I'm tired all the time.
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah, I much rather go to the dentist. I have a lot of work that I'm still getting done, dentist wise.
Hmm.
Gonna get like implants for molars, but yeah, it's that's all a scary process.
Yeah, I feel like with the dentist is for me it's more routine stuff. Whereas like when I go to the doctor, like it's like big things. Like the last time I went to the doctor, it was like I literally couldn't walk because I tore a muscle in my hip,
Oh, okay.
thigh, upper thigh. I don't know.
So
I
it
forget what the muscles are called.
there's your glutes, your quadricep, and hamstring.
It was my upper leg. I tore a muscle in it at work, and then I got a
I want to say
concussion the next week.
that that's your quadricep.
Yeah. I think so, but I literally couldn't put weight on my leg for like a week. So it was not a fun time. So like every time I go to the doctor is like it's not a fun thing.
Right, right.
So
It is a scary thing for us adults.
yeah.
As a kid, we hate it because it's like scary, but when you're
And they
adults, it's
don't
like we hate it because
mhm.
it's expensive.
And they don't give us lollipops anymore.
No, they tell us to get the hell out. Take better care of
Yeah,
yourself.
I don't even think my current doctor has lollipops.
No, he's one of those types.
Yeah,
Not even colorful band-aids. I can't get a SpongeBob band-aid.
they might have colorful band-aids.
Okay. So we're off of this or that. So we're gonna venture over into other things.
Hmm.
You don't mind if we wrap this up in like 5?
And that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. That way we could have like a solid 2 hours. Um, so we're gonna talk a little bit about VTuber nonsense.
Hmm.
Uh, so lately, who's been the person that you've been watching that's like really caught your attention and kept your attention and keep coming back for more?
Well, the streamer that I am probably the biggest fan of, that I watch the most, is Savvy Senpai. I am a huge fan of her, and I love everything that she does. Um, it's funny though because like I've never been an Elden Ring fan or like Souls fan, and that's what she mostly plays. Like she does other things, but like that's her main genre of games.
Right.
But she just does it so well and with such a good sense of humor and fun. that like, it's just I keep coming back, And so I really admire what she does because like she's able to play like games that I have no interest in and make it fun. So
Right. Her laugh and I'd say
Mhm.
Olivia's are like S tier
Yes.
laughs.
Olivia is
And
the other one I was gonna mention. I've been watching so many of her streams lately.
so Savvy just did a name change and a re-debut. Um,
Yes, I
uh,
managed to catch her streams. I was very excited about it.
what do you think about the new model compared to the previous?
Um, I love her new models, both of them. Um, I do think it's a little bit funny that her new model looks a little bit younger than her old model. But it is very, very cute.
He did just join the Dirty 30 club. Um, I'm up there with her supposedly,
Mhm.
but I'm 85 in alien years.
Yes.
um, I think that I think our new model's great. I
Mhm.
think out of the females that I watch, um, they just keep getting better,
Yes.
and that's the one thing that like I don't see the same of that in other entertaining business. Like
Mhm.
there isn't like a female stand-up comic that I feel is like getting better, or some actresses might like with some movies, but
Mhm.
it's very here, there, and far between who they may be. Um,
Yeah.
but it's not the same for male VTubers, I
Mm.
suppose.
I
So who's some male VTubers that you admire?
well, one that I watched recently that I like a lot, was, uh, Kaga? Kage?
Okay, yes.
Kage, yes. I think he is really, really entertaining. I don't know like how he does it, but like like his little expressions that he makes and stuff. Uh, he's a lot of fun. As far as VTubers go, I really like him, and I like his emotes. I think he has a really good sense of like humor with his community, and he has all these meme emotes that he's kind of like made with like his community. And I think he really creates like this sense of like community ship with his community. As far as like other male streamers who aren't VTubers, I really like Nags. I think he's so much fun. I love his community's hive mind too. Like he just has like this very, very nice vibe. Which
Mm.
I'm not normally a fan of like non-VTubers because like I like the anime aesthetic. I like the vibes and the memes and the in jokes. But like I feel like Nags is like the closest thing to a VTuber without being a VTuber. Like he has that kind of uh meant that kind of like humor, and he's very supportive of the VTuber community. So like everyone, I feel like everyone in the VTuber community knows Nags
Mm.
because like he's he supports so many streamers, and I feel like he's like a fun bond between like
Do I
normal
follow?
streamers and
Do I follow him? Do
uh
we have a? Can we get a link?
Nags 21. Let me get a link. Um yeah, he does a lot of VTuber collabs.
Oh,
I
really?
just posted in chat.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yep. Negs 21.
I
He does a lot of VTuber collabs.
I
He
follow.
recently did one with Ginger. Um and but he does like VTuber reaction videos uh and stuff, and he really loves like streaming and streamers. And I feel like, he's just such a positive attitude when
Hmm.
streaming. It's fun. Like, it's funny because like I wasn't really a fan of his until like not because like I wasn't like interested. It was just I wasn't interested. It was like I wasn't interested in like a flesh tuber.
Right,
But
right.
like, Geary rated him, I think, and Numi rated him, and it's just like so many VTubers kept rating him and visiting him, and he would raid them back. And the Nag hive mind is like everywhere on Twitch. And I just feel like, it there was so much of him out there that like, eventually like I was like, what is going on? Why is everyone love him? And so like I was like, I'll check him out too. And you know, it was a lot of fun, and I feel like he gives a lot of good advice to streamers too. So like,
Right, right.
yeah,
Sometimes you catch that magic that everybody else has.
yes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I totally understand that. Um, that's how I got into VTubing in the first place. With
Hmm.
Tob.
Yeah, I
Um,
love Tab. Her
I,
energy is so good.
I never even knew what VTubing was before her,
Hmm.
and like something about being in her stream the first time, it's like, yo, I'm coming back for more, and that's exactly what this topic is about because it's like it's very fun to find new people. It's
Hmm.
even more fun when you get to interact with them.
Yeah, I think
So
even more than like, I love VTuber the person more than what they're doing, what they're gaming, or what they're talking about. I love just enjoying streamers with like for their personality and like their communities. And like if they have a good personality and a good community, because like but the one comes from the other, and the other comes from the one. Like if your personality is strong and your community if you foster a good community, the vibes are gonna be there. And like more than anything else, there's like whatever they're doing, I love those streamers where it's just like it doesn't matter what they're doing, like the vibes
you're
are
just
still there.
right,
Yeah.
and you're just happy to be here.
And
I,
going back to Tobs, you said Tobs. Like I was
mhm.
watching her play this mouse game like a couple months ago, like a month ago or so, and it was this most ridiculous, stupid game ever. But like it was Tobs, and she was just vibing, and like she can just make it work, and I love
Right. Some people can get away with that
yeah.
streaming the game that isn't going to get the views. A lot of times, yes, you do all have to
Hmm.
already have the community backing you, but um, he does do a lot of games that like I wouldn't
Yeah.
touch ever. I wouldn't put $1 towards, and it's fun to see her go through that pain of playing something like that.
Yeah.
um, I think this would be a good way to segue into this because you've
Hmm.
already brought some of it up. What's uh what's like five contributing like attributes that you bring stream as a not only just a person but a VTuber? Like what's the like five things that you really want to like push out about you, your community?
Um, well, that's a hard question. It's like I've never really thought about it, but like, I want to just kind of make like a comfy place that's like open to like, people to be
Okay.
comfortable about being themselves,
So
I want to
comfy
create like
vibes.
comfy vibes, like a place that people can just like hang out and like uh no, because I don't always like most of the time I play like battle royales. Battle royales can be like a little bit like repetitive sometimes because like you're
Right.
not like doing a story, you're not progressing through a story. So like it's not like you come to watch like Resident Evil where like you're watching like the beginning to the end. Like you're just kind of like hanging out and it's kind of you're playing a match on a battle royale map or something. Or in Overwatch you're playing a bunch of different individual matches, but like, you're just kind of there to vibe. And like I want to make a community where people can just, chat and hang out. And like I would love to get into like some more story content. But like I feel like I vibe on like multiplayer games where like I can just like have community nights and like
Right.
bond with the community and make friends. And like I don't feel like I'm ever gonna be like a large streamer because like I just don't have the time to dedicate to like grow that to big size. So like I just want to like make a place where like people can have fun and make friends and hang out with my friends and play games.
Right.
That's what
So
most of my streams are.
we got comfy vibes and community interaction. Got
Yeah.
got three more things.
Um. Let's see. Um. I don't I don't know. Uh
Would you like me to give you a template?
yes, that might help.
All right. So for me, this is how I approach. Number one, entertainment is.
Mhm.
I'm not entertaining you at all in any way. I need to fix that. So whether it's me singing horribly or playing games that there's a lot of games that I've played since becoming a VTuber that I would never play some of these games, but I have.
Mhm.
Um, and I just did it just to test the water. So the number being an entertainment one, but entertainer is one. So number two would be new experiences. So it's
Yes.
fun to experience something new with other people, especially if they've experienced it already, so they could,
Mhm.
check out how you are experiencing. Um, so so entertaining new experiences. I offer this also this talk show. So like with this, I try to meet new people, and then also so this would be another way of being interactive. So I got one of
Yes.
your traits. Another trait I want to bring in is just like unhinged comedy, which I'll give a shout out to um somebody who I find to be a master of this is Enrico.
Mm.
Um, he's very unhinged, and you can't teach that.
Yeah.
That's a natural thing to be unhinged. And do I offer unhinged comedy? No, I don't. But I do have like like I'm like a tab of acid compared to
Mhm.
the full-blown psychological warfare that you will have going into somebody like Enrico. Um, I'm not going to be screaming at chat. I'm not going to be doing that or anything like that because, I haven't had the opportunity to do so yet. But maybe that might be me down the road.
Yeah.
Um, so I want to have like unhinged comedy. I want to be an entertainer. I want to be community interactive. I want to experience new things with people. And last but not least, I I want people to show their interests toward me. So I want to be like I don't want to say a therapist,
Mhm.
but I'm interested in what you're interested in, and maybe we share the same common ground. So if people will bring that into my chat, it's very, very welcome because I'm willing to talk about what's on your mind, what you do, and like see where we have things in common. And I hope that's not a turn away for some people
Yeah.
because um what if I'm not in common with you and you just end up like, oh, this guy's like this and don't give him another view again. I hope to not bring that, but that's what I'm trying to do.
Mhm. Yeah. Like I guess like going back to your point, like the new experiences, it's definitely like something I want to do. And unfortunately, I like we've mentioned before, like I'm mostly an SMC streamer. I'm trying to branch out. I've streamed a couple other games. I did Stray, I did Haven. I haven't done them in a while, mostly because like lately I'm streaming like once a week.
Right.
And so like it's hard to branch out to other games when you have one stream a week, and like I can either choose to do like safe stream where like I know I'm gonna have fun, I'm gonna be good at it, and I'm gonna have people who want to watch it like SMC or Overwatch, uh, or I can like try like something unusual, like something brand new, and like it's scary to try in that, but like I want to bring that, but like I don't have that many streams right now, so maybe sometime in the future we'll get to that point where when we can have more streams. We'll see. I want that, but like and I really admire streamers who can you can do just whatever they want, and it's not necessarily the community will follow that, but like it's they can do whatever they want and they have fun. Like I like for example, Bunny Rena, she's
Right.
rebranding now, she's Remy.
Yeah,
She's
Remy. What's her
AS
last name?
Remy. I don't know if she has a last name yet, but
She does have a. She
does
has a
she?
last name. I've seen it, and it's interesting.
I have not. I have not heard it yet. But
I'm
she
I'm
started out ASMR. Yeah.
I'm waiting for her to come live so I can subscribe to
Mhm.
her.
I really am looking forward to her debut. She doesn't. I don't think she has a date yet, but I'm looking forward to it. But she started out ASMR, and now she's a gaming streamer, and I really admire that transition because it was a lot of bravery to do. Like she had her content that got her the views, and she had a lot of views. And I remember seeing when she first transitioned to gaming streams from ASMR. She used to average a couple hundred views, and she dropped to 50 or whatever for her first couple gaming streams, and it was
Mm,
a big drop. But she was like, I want to do this. I want to play Mario. I want to bond with my community and play games. And I really admire streamers who are I'm some people, I mean, I understand you want to chase the numbers and you can't always avoid that, especially if you want to do full-time streaming, you have to go for the numbers. But I admire the people who are just I'm gonna make content that I want to make,
right.
and have fun doing it. And because that there's a lot of bravery with that, like going out of your bubble and trying something new. And people like Olivia, I think, and Bunny Rena, because Olivia is not a gamer. Not, I mean, she's a gamer now, but she says that she was not a gamer and that but she tries all these new games, and some of them she's good at and some of them she's not. But she's going and doing her best, and I think that's the kind of content I want to make. Because
Mm,
I want to make I want to have fun with the games I like. I want to play I want to try different games. Um, and you know, you just be a place to be yourself and put the content out that you want. So
right, right, right.
yeah.
And I totally agree with you. It's all about taking the dive and seeing if you,
Hmm.
especially if you're at a place where you haven't had to swim for a long time, like you were saying with Reno, which is now Remy. Um,
Yes.
um, do get tired of the same old shtick. And I assume that ASMR wore her down mentally.
Hmm.
Now, she has to come to stream, or I don't know, she was doing it for a year or two,
Yeah.
solidly, on schedule, doing the same thing over and over, um, just for the appeal.
Hmm.
And it can get old. It
Yeah.
can. It's like working any other job you work at. Like, if the job gets old and you're just not liking it anymore, you go do a new job.
Hmm.
And I do appreciate what you did there. So
Yeah.
I will always support. Um. Oh yeah. I guess. Do you have any more things that we could add to VTuber nonsense?
Um, I don't know. Um, what kind of things?
Um. Uh. For nonsense. Um. We could talk about reels,
Oh, what is that?
and reels are just the short clips that are very. They're like TikToks.
Hmm.
Or, um. Do you find that reels work? Do they draw you to watch something?
Well, I would say yes and no. Because I'm not a big TikToker. I'm kind of past that generation.
Okay.
But I do like seeing. I love watching clips, and now not necessarily TikTok, but I like watching compilations of clips on YouTube and stuff, like the big VTuber meme vids. I love watching those, or watching people react, because I mentioned earlier, Nags does a segment um where he watches VTuber memes, um and he reacts to them, and I love seeing the funny clips that people put out there, and the big compilation videos that someone goes around and collects all the funny clips and puts them into a video. So I do think those are really effective in generating traffic. Um, Now, for me personally, I don't necessarily search out the individual clips because it's hard to do that unless you're like
Right.
specifically searching like specific streamers for their clips, like Savvy or Olivia, like you're looking out for their specific clips. It's
Hmm.
hard to like just kind of stumble upon them. Uh, Now YouTube has a few more sections now for like a clip section of to watch, and I think those are fun. And I actually there's a couple streamers who I kind of followed from that, who play, I think it's Apex, I think it is.
Mm.
Which I'm not a Apex Legends gamer. I'm not a fan of the game. I don't play it, but like, they have these clips where like, I'm not sure if it's Apex or it's the other one, the other game that is like Apex. There's like two big games out there, but like they do these streams and these clips and one I don't know that I forget. I'm completely blanking on the names of the streamers right now, but one of them, the guy has a deep voice and he plays with this girl a lot, and like they kind of flirt back and forth, and like because he has like a really hot voice but like but it's like those funny little clips, that you kind of like makes you kind of check him out. I don't know. It's a lot of I do like the clips, but like
So
I don't
yeah.
necessarily search them myself.
So you're admitting that they work,
Yes, I do think
but
they work well,
right, but when you only catch them.
but only when you catch them. It is hard to
Right,
kind of
right.
like find them. Yeah.
Hello, Indo. How are you, Indo?
Hello, Indo.
Indo is somebody who I guess I met through Odacat,
Mm,
a talking cat who I had on last. Um, but Indo is also a streamer, playing Assassin's Creed and Minecraft,
mm.
mainly from what I've seen. Um, but oh yeah, they were playing Hitman too.
I really like Minecraft. I used to play it a lot.
I've never played Minecraft.
Oh.
Like when I played Phasmo with you. That was the
Mhm.
second time I played Phasmo. I actually played Fortnite for the first time just a couple weeks ago. So that was interesting.
I
I
still have not played Fortnite.
No, it was so hard for me to take the Fortnite dive, but I
Yeah.
played with people that I really appreciate, and they're both artists.
Yes.
So, like, when I watch their streams, they are usually doing art or
Mhm.
a niche game or something like that. And to get invited to play Fortnite with them, and they were pretty good, they kind of carried the way for me. We won.
Yeah.
We won.
Nice.
We
Congrats.
yeah, we won. I was like, wow, this is
Number
the
one
Fortnite
battle royale.
experience.
Yeah, like I see Kana playing Fortnite once in a while, but like I used to have a roommate who like only played Fortnite like all the time on like the main room screen. And, like, but they were younger than me, so like I feel like that's I don't know, it's like it's the generation a different generation gap. Not that I wouldn't play it, but like I just haven't really like ever got into it, and like I play different games.
What's Beaming Drive?
Beaming Drive, I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, and I've never heard of that either. I've never heard of Stormworks, but all those other ones, Warframe, Minecraft,
Mhm.
Fortnite, and Assassin's Creed Hitman. I've heard of all those. And Beaming Drive's the one that caught my eye. All right.
Mm.
So the only thing left I have on here is snacks. Kind of bursted through the topic.
Snacks. Hmm.
Yeah. Um. Um. So on the topic of fruit roll-ups, fruit by the foot,
Mm.
and fruit gushers, which one of those is your favorite?
Mm, this is a fun topic because I grew up with fruit roll-ups mostly because my parents did not like Gushers because I don't know if they changed or not, but back in the day, Gushers had like half a gram of trans fat, and like my parents were like paranoid about the trans fats because like there was like the whole like science study that like trans fats never leave your system. Trans fats never go away. They're really bad
Uh,
for you. And so there was like the
I
trans fat scare. So I wasn't allowed to eat Gushers as a kid.
I am in trouble if that is true. Because
I don't know if it is or not, but
I I will literally buy pork rinds, which is mostly trans fat. Oh, I'm in trouble.
I mean, I feel like most of the fat scares are like just scares. Like, if you eat things in moderation, anything in moderation is good, is fine. But like, if you go with like anything with too much is gonna be bad for you. It's like, but like,
I
this body is very good at balancing.
I feel like you're teaching me a life lesson here because I don't even have a moderator for this channel, and I don't moderate anything in my life. I mean, I'm a 2 Big Mac kinda guy.
I feel that, but with Taco Bell.
Alright, so Beaming Drive is a soft body physics game, most realistic crash physics,
Mm,
and Stormworks is a Coast Guard game. Interesting.
uh-huh.
Um, for me, when I think about the Coast Guard, um, the only thing that ever comes to mind is, um, drug trafficking
Mm,
and illegal immigrant trafficking. Like, they go out and get those boats with people who
mhm,
might be, um, being carried on them from South America or Asian countries, whatever.
mhm.
And I think that the Coast Guard might be one of the more scary branches of the
Yeah,
United States military when you think about it, because they get quite a lot of action in comparison to the other branches.
yeah.
So um, there's somebody I always tip the hat to. I would never want to join though.
Mhm. And then even without that, they like have all the water rescues too, and like
Right, right.
storms and stuff. Yeah. So a lot definitely important job. My
Um,
first thought when you said Coast Guard was Subnautica.
Subnautica. Oh,
I've been seeing a lot of
scary
Subnautica streams lately.
scary underwater game. Yeah, pumpkin pie man. I don't think I ever had rails to begin with. I kind of hover.
Who needs rails? Aliens don't need rails.
Okay, so you save people in that game? That's interesting. See, there's a lot of games that just like come to mind, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even know this was a
Uh-huh.
thing. Um, I run into a bunch of those. Would I buy some of them? Probably not, but
Hmm.
it really has to catch my attention. Have you seen that bomb diffusing game?
I have not seen this.
All right, so one person tries to defuse a bomb while the other person tells them what the things they have to click or clip, stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've
and
seen a lot
I'm
of
like,
games like that.
I would like to play that game only because I like to read things to
Hmm.
people, but under pressure that I have to like listen to somebody else's instructions,
Yeah.
I don't know if I would be good at that.
Yeah, I don't know about that. One similar games to that that I think that are might be kind of fun is I've seen Nags play a lot of co-op games which are similar to that. It's not like a bomb, but like it's a puzzle game where like you're working on puzzles on two different screens, and each person has a different puzzle, but like they're linked. Like the one puzzle has answers to the other puzzle, so you have to kind of solve it together. And I think it's a really interesting concept of like games genre.
I I have actually seen a game like that. But you're in a like a building and you have to capture like coins
Yeah.
and they're hidden under stuff. And the one person knows the stuff that the other person's looking for, and the other,
Hmm.
it's the same concept. But now see how I told about how we diverge because we started off on fruit by the foot,
Shoot
and
by the foots.
and we went over here. Um,
Yes.
so I'll just drag in the last two questions for
Mm.
Max, and we can
Doesn't help
venture
because I
wherever.
rambled too. So,
It's okay. Um, are you more a pie or cake?
um, that is a hard question. It depends on the pie and cake. 100%. Because, like, honestly, I used to be more of a pie person. because
Mm,
like I love like rhubarb pies or like a really good apple pie.
okay.
But I do love cupcakes. So like I
Ooh.
like cupcakes more than like cakes. But like there's Oreo pies too. I feel like there's more pies that I like than there are cakes. So I would say
Um,
pies.
I
Pies
will
have more
come.
variety.
I will come to a kid's birthday party for cake.
I do love birthday cakes. I feel like
Right.
a standard birthday cake is like a good birthday cake, but like a standard birthday cake is like really there's something special about that.
All right. I There's never a reason for me at my age to go buy an ice cream cake, but
There's
boy,
never
do I
not a
want to.
reason.
I know, boy, do I want to.
Yes, I work at a grocery store, so like I walk past like the ice cream cakes all the time in like the
Mm.
cake aisle, and I'm like, I shouldn't buy I could buy a cheesecake, but I shouldn't.
Yeah, this is all very tempting.
Sometimes I'll buy a pack of cupcakes and bring them home to split.
I also um if I have to choose pie, but I'm gonna pick cake.
Mhm.
I feel like I've had better luck with cakes. If I had to
Yes.
choose pie, I think I like more of the fruity kind of pie more than the bold, flavorful pies. So we have Pumpkin Pie Man in chat, who is literally a pumpkin pie man. um,
Yes.
I do only eat that like once. I that's
I
never a that's never a summer favorite or something that I'm
I
just gonna buy
do
on the regular.
I do have to say, pumpkin pie man is safe for me because I do not eat pumpkin pies. I am sorry.
Mm.
Um, it's not like I don't know. I've just had too many bad pumpkin pies. I don't know. Like I don't enjoy the spice in it the
Oh,
way that it's like I don't know. Like there's something about it. It's like, but like I do like it once in a while. Like I'll have like a slice, but like it's not like my go-to. Some people are like crazy about pumpkin pies, but like I prefer like apple or like rhubarb or like a blueberry pie.
okay. So you're on my
I'm
spectrum
on the
too.
fruit side, yes.
Yeah. I don't know if you have a Perkins out your way. They make awesome.
We do have Perkins. I do not go there very often. We are planning on going to the Cheesecake Factory sometime soon, though.
Woo!
So we're planning a date. We want to go.
Now, even though that it's called cheesecake, that is more of a pie. When
Cheesecakes do seem like more like pies than they do like cakes. Yeah,
you're right, right. Um, so got the cake and
my
pie
my
under
favorite
under
part.
control.
Yes.
I say all the time
Homemade, yes.
my favorite dessert is cannolis. Um,
Mm,
and I really do like cannolis, but we're gonna stick on more of the topic of
yes.
filled donuts or non-filled donuts.
Filled donuts or non-filled? No. It de- I feel like I have a lot of qualifiers in my answers because my
Okay.
answer is like yes, but like um it depends on like once again like it depends on the brand, like depends on where. Like, if I'm getting like duck donuts, then like
Right.
yeah, not filled. Like something special, like. But to be
Mm.
honest, most of the time I prefer like filled donuts. I like the Boston cream donut
Okay.
with like a filling. Um
Right.
I really like that kind of
Like
donut. Those are my favorites.
I don't know how to explain it. Well, it could be the same thing as Boston or they call it
Hmm.
Bavarian. It kind of like tastes like a pudding almost.
I like the little pudding filling. Yes, I like
Yeah,
the pudding
yeah.
filling ones.
Very, very satisfying. Then
Hmm.
you got your white cream. Then you got your jellies.
Yes.
Peanut butter. Some people do that,
Mm.
which those are hella filling. You can only have like two or three of
I
those, and
like
you're tapped out.
Nutella ones too.
Nutella, yeah. Um, I know people who just they don't stray away from cinnamon or powdered donuts.
Mm.
The cinnamon powder or the regular powdered donuts, they just eat those.
Yes.
And I'm like, they're good. They're just not my favorite.
Yeah, they're good. I'll have a couple of them. as long as they're not, as long as they're like, they have to be like fresh to me. Is like I feel like I mean that's with like any donut. Like they have to be fresh because like if I'm gonna eat a donut, like I feel like I do watch my calories a lot more than I was when I was younger. But like if I'm gonna invest that taste, I want it to be really good. I want it to be
Right.
fresh. My favorite like so Pumpkin Pie Man pointed out an interesting thing: old-fashioned donuts. Now something similar to that, I really like Pennsylvania apple cider donuts.
Okay.
I like apple cider donuts a lot. I love them when they're fresh. We have like a little farm nearby who makes like fresh apple cider donuts. Like, and I think it's in the fall. I think it's like only in the fall. But like, they're amazing because like they come out hot. And like, I love donuts when they're hot. If they're not hot, I don't want them.
Oh, interesting. I mean, I'm a guy that gets a variety dozen. So,
I would.
um,
I love.
every donut's gonna be a new
Yes, yes.
experience.
Hmm.
um, I uh, I guess I'm a snacky guy. I really love
Yes.
food.
I love food too. I love food a lot.
It's so good.
Mm.
I'm not big on store confectionaries. Way too much sugar for my liking.
Ah,
Ah,
yes. Um, Story about store confectionaries. My store that I work at, because I mentioned I work at a store, grocery store. We used to have really good donuts, but like during the pandemic, I think they changed their recipe to cheaper ingredients. And ever since they changed it, like I just can't eat their donuts. Like I mentioned, like I can only eat like a good donut, like if it's like really good, or if like it's decent good. Like it can be like good. It doesn't have to be like amazing, but like if it has to be good. Like they've changed the recipe, and now it's just like it's like a cheap sugar or a cheap flour, and like or too much sugar, and it's like I just can't eat it anymore. Yeah,
mm.
I agree.
The the last thing I had for snacks, and this is an interesting one.
Mm.
What's something that you consider a snack but other people wouldn't?
Ah, um, that's actually a very interesting question because, like, to be honest, one of the ways that I try to watch my weight a little bit, is whenever I have a snack, instead of having like a snack, like pulling out a bag of chips or something, I try to make like a meal snack, like like not snacking on like like a healthy snack necessarily, but like make it a meal, like when I'm hungry, rather than eating a snack, eat a meal.
Right.
And so like a lot of times I'll break out like, some leftovers from like a previous meal. I'll eat like some grilled chicken or like make it a sandwich or something or like, fried rice and just like break out like, like have a meal. Not necessarily like a full meal like you would like a lunch or dinner, but like, something
Ti-
that'll like stick with you for a bit.
Right.
Um
Tiny is it tiny
yeah,
portions?
like a small portions, yeah.
Okay.
And I feel like that has helped me a lot with like my hunger because like I'm not snacking because like I feel like when you snack on like not no judgment because like I love chips. I love potato chips and I love like snacky snacks. But like I feel like when you do snack on like the snacky snacks, like, sometimes you can just like they don't really fill you up and like you can just snack on like a whole bag of chips because that's me. I will snack on like an entire bag of potato chips in like one sitting. So like to avoid that, I'll make a meal instead, like a little meal,
Mm.
and like some nachos or something, or like just like make something, uh, rather than like eat a snack, like a sandwich or like a peanut butter sandwich or like a
I,
yeah.
I get what you're getting at. This is gonna sound controversial, but I don't get any filling off of what I'm about to say. Like when I eat this, I don't really get full on it. I'm gonna be
Mm,
hungry a half hour later. So I consider sushi a snack.
yes.
Like I'll get a sushi roll, which will be like 8 cuts, and I'll
Hmm.
just sit there and just chow on that. And then like an hour later, I'm hungry again. So
Yes,
that might
I
not be the
agree.
same. Well, it gotta be the same for everybody, but for Tender here, Tender is gonna take down that volcano roll.
I do definitely feel that.
No problem. It's because 'cause they're so small, the little
Yes.
roll yeah. Don't
I
you
feel
don't
like
get
whenever
really
I eat sushi or tacos, I get that way too.
you're hungry again in an
I get
hour?
hungry in like an hour after tacos. I feel like tacos, like, because like tacos are like mostly meat and like veggies,
Mm.
I feel like there's not a lot of like, like starch necessarily, or like,
Uh,
the flour or whatever. I don't know. What do
I
you
get
call
you,
it?
be
Like, yeah, you don't get enough
substance.
carbs. And
Yeah.
so I get like Taco Bell and like I'll get like 3 things and I'll be like hungry an hour later.
Mm.
That might just be Taco Bell, but like, it'd get that way with regular tacos, like homemade tacos too. But like maybe not with a burrito, but like burrito I feel like has more substance in it.
Oh,
It's
a
like if you have
burrito
like the beans and stuff, then that's like a whole
right.
meal. Yeah. But like a
Uh,
taco, yeah.
a Chipotle burrito can have me full for
Yes.
hours.
I love burritos. If I wanna fill up, I'll have a burrito. If I wanna just, like, have a snack, I'll have tacos.
Understandable.
Mhm.
Um, so that's it for snacks, and that's it for my topics because I
Mhm.
literally we literally went through all of them. Um, we got about 3 minutes left. Do we got anything to close with?
Mm. Um, I don't know. Uh, what kind of things?
I don't know. Like, what are you gonna be doing in the near future? When can we? Um, are you like any kind of events planned? That kind of stuff.
Well, my schedule is kind of all over the place because, like, I have a new schedule each week at work, so I kind of work around it. So, like, I don't really have events planned in the future. If there was any events, I do plan on having, I like to do some Overwatch streams. I want to have a community night, where we can like, have people join us for Overwatch or SMC, and play games. So hopefully that would probably most likely be on like a Saturday or like, because I always have Saturdays off. Um, the other hand is that I might be doing collabs with Kiske VT and KY Crypto more often on Saturdays. So we'll see how that works out. I don't know what their schedules are or if they always plan on doing it, but like um off stream or on stream I play off stream I play Overwatch every night. So if you ever want to play Overwatch, you can like add me as a friend and hit me up and I will most likely be off stream playing Overwatch. I won't necessarily use a mic, but we can vibe and hang out and I love playing offline as well as online.
Okay.
But we are definitely trying to get into I'm rambling, but like we're definitely trying to get back to the morning streams. So we're hoping now most of the time those are weekday streams because the days that I have half days at work or short days at work, sometimes they're 6 hours, sometimes they're 4 hours. But generally I have the mornings off during like Tuesdays through Fridays generally. Now
Okay.
sometimes I have 11 to 7 on Fridays and sometimes but I always have Sundays are my busiest days. I always have the full shift on Sundays. So it is actually the hardest days for me to do things, but it was fun. I wanted to do this. And I have Mondays off sometime. I have Monday off tomorrow. So like I can splurge on my activity today.
Right.
Yeah.
I
So
appreciate you coming on. No worries. No worries.
and I had a
Um,
lot of fun. I was looking forward to it.
um, we didn't like do anything super groundbreaking this stream, but
Mm,
like that wasn't the objective. I just wanted to
yes.
shoot it with MoogiMoogins, and I
I
did
have a
that.
good time chatting with you every time. It's funny because I'm not a big, I'm bad at public speaking and I like get nervous all the time for like these things. But I feel like whenever I come on and whenever I'm chatting with you, it's just like, it's just like, it's relaxing. It's like there's not, the pressure comes off, It's
Hmm.
a lot of fun.
Alrighty, so we're gonna raid into Arva.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Discordy thing and a Twittery thing. Anybody watching, feel free to partake in all those. Um, I'm gonna be back tomorrow. Moogie, you said you're going on right after this.
I will most likely start in a couple minutes, maybe half an hour. But I need to get water because I forgot to grab my water for the stream. I made it, but it's like across the room. I forgot to grab it. So I definitely need to rehydrate. Take a refresher break. And get things back going. But yeah, we were planning on streaming tonight.
Alrighty.
We have some gotcha to pull in SMC, so we're looking forward
Yeah,
to that.
it would be hard to like get you to start this and the raid over that, so I just picked Arva.
Yeah, that's fine.
No,
Yes.
no worries. But yeah, I hope everybody has a good week. And I'm going to be back tomorrow. I'm taking off Tuesday, and I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. Maybe more Elden Ring.
I
Uh,
hope you have a good stream.
yeah, it depends on what my other guy that I play with is doing, because
Mm.
I don't even want to do this run alone. I like playing with other people. But everybody have a good night.
Have a good night. Bye.
Bye, people.